Hello. Following the international break, the focus returns to domestic football and the Sky Bet Football League. Although we've something of an exotic international feel with the arrival of Jose Mourinho's former assistant at Real Madrid, Aitor Karanka, who was taking charge of his first game at Middlesbrough. Steve's here to reflect on that appointment as well as all the other news in another packed show. Here's a taste of what's coming up. Nottingham Forest reignited their championship charge 2 weeks ago with a 2-0 smash and grab at local rivals Leicester. Next up for Billy Davies' promotion chasers, the visited league leaders Burnley, with the best of the action and plenty to debate afterwards. 1 point and 1 place separated Wigan and Brighton going into their match today. Two sides with realistic promotion ambitions went head-to-head at the DW Stadium. With extended highlights from the early kick-off as Sheffield Wednesday met Huddersfield in a gritty Yorkshire derby.
And it's one of the Football League's best-kept secrets that few clubs are more active in their community than Millwall, whose Heroes in White Day clash with Barnsley aim to raise awareness of the fight against male cancers.
After slow starts, Wigan and Brighton were both showing signs of improving form going into their match at the DW earlier on today. Both were unbeaten in 4, lying just outside the playoff places. Well, seeing as both sides had won their previous 2 matches, it was no surprise that both Owen Coyle and Oscar Garcia named unchanged lineups. Marc-Antoine Fortuné once again led the line for Wigan after opening his account for the club last time out at Yeovil. A young Brighton midfielder Jake Forster-Caskey was hoping to extend his goal-scoring streak, having scored in the last 2 games. Alistair Mann was watching this one.
Crofts. Forster-Caskey with the floated ball, and it sits up for Bruno, and Nichols makes a double save. The flag is up, but Nichols did exceptionally well. Just how Bruno was allowed to get to that ball so easily must be a question mark in the Wigan back line. Shotton. Nice turn by Albrighton. And a good ball as well to bring in Watson. And he gets it back. Watson! Lovely 1-2. Actually, when you look at it a second time, maybe it was a miss-hit from Fortuné. I don't think he intended to find Watson. Fortuné and now Powell. Good turn by Powell. Well, in the end, he slammed it too close to Thomas Kuszczak because the little roll off the back of the defender had actually taken him in the clear here. And his shot was a little disappointing. Well, Wigan began the day 2 points and a game in hand on 6th. So the 3 points could take them into the area where they fancy they belong. So there might go a goal behind here, but it was planted by Forster-Caskey straight into the body of Lee Nichols. Well, he had a lot to aim at, but he only succeeded in giving it straight to Lee Nichols. He's in good form, Forster-Caskey, scored in successive games. And the best chance of the match, I would argue, missed in the opening seconds after the interval. Albrighton. Now McManaman. Good hit. Good stop. First time that Kuszczak has really been tested, and not a surprise that it was McManaman who has it within him to get beyond defenders. Oh, Greer's lost it. What a chance for Holt, which he misses. Disbelief. Fell to the right man as well. Mistake by the Brighton skipper. and a golden opportunity in a game of so few opportunities. You would have put your mortgage on Grant Holt. Well, I have to say, you'd be homeless. Here's Conway. Lopez. Oh, and surely this will go in. Brilliant save. Nichols denies Forster-Caskey, but the rebound is turned in by Crofts, and Brighton are in front just after Wigan ought to have been. Well, no wonder Nichols is a little upset, because he made a breathtaking save. Forster-Caskey ought to have scored, but Nichols with a miracle save there. Absolutely wonderful. But all of a sudden, Crofts nudges in the rebound. Look at this save. It's reminiscent of one of the best. And his reward, sadly for Nichols, is to see the rebound turned in by Crofts. And Brighton, who ought to have been a goal behind when Holt had a golden opportunity, are now a goal in front themselves. Here comes Bruno. Now Conway. And another good save by Nichols. Well, the game's opening up, and it's opening up in Brighton's favour. Well, he has looked calm and relaxed and almost expected this kind of performance from his team. Here's Park. Now McLean. Plenty in there for Wigan. McLean towards Holt. Great save. Oh, he's so bitterly disappointed, because he thought he'd done it right and he thought he'd made amends for his team. That's the character of the man. On target, this header. Good save, Kuszczak.
Sadly, we've let ourselves down today. We had great support again. Fans got behind the team, and you know, we huffed and puffed late on, if truth be told. But you know, it was a game we dominated in the first half and should have put the game to bed. But if you don't take gilt-edged chances, there's always a chance in football that, as I say, you get caught with that sucker punch, and that's what happened.
Was this one of your better performances this season?
It was a good performance, because it's not easy to come here and win this big team with a strong squad, a good manager. It's not easy, because nobody did it before. But for me, it wasn't our best performance.
Now, going back to that Brighton game, just the one goal in it, and really one that could have been avoided from a Wigan point of view.
It could. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, I think they're probably on the balance of play might have just edged this, and this was the right result. But as you say, ball comes in. It's a good header from Forster-Caskey. But they don't react. I mean, Crofts is the only one really who was proactive in that situation. There's three defenders around him, and it's almost as if they think, because the save's been made, the danger's clear, but it isn't. Ben Watson doesn't do enough in the challenge. If you have a look at it here, he's more concerned with Crofts rather than actually attacking the ball. And I played with Aaron Crofts at Gillingham. He's good in the air, and that's a good finish. And in all honesty, in a tight game, probably there was a chance just before that Grant Holt missed, and if he'd scored that, could well have gone the other way. But it's another good win, and they're in good form of late, Brighton.